Hey, it's Dr. Deal with 5 reasons why the death of a mom, a dad, a sibling, a child, a cousin, a family friend, a best friend changes something in you. And if you've ever lost anybody close, you understand it changes something in you. I always describe it like this: before they died, there was a version of you. Then after they died, there was the second version of you. And that leads me to number one. There seems to be a struggle with trying to find that original version of yourself or feel those same ways that you felt. And that leads me to number two. The way you interact with people is a little off. Like it's almost like there's this invisible wall and you talk to them, you interact with them, but there's something about not getting close to them. And that leads me to number three. You kind of walk around in autopilot. My parents and my sibling and nephew, I can keep going on, have been deceased for a long time, but I still just feel like sometimes I'm in autopilot. I'm just going along doing things and not really connected. And always in the back of my mind is them. And that's why I always say grief never goes away. And that leads me to number four. Your worldview has changed. The way you view the world is just slightly different. That's going to be different for everybody. It's just like you view the world as like all of this stuff doesn't even matter, because eventually one day everybody will pass away. And I know that's a sad way to think about things, but it's our reality. And that leads me to number five, is that personality is just different. Your personality, and like I described initially, it's like there's this first version of you. You're not that now. So now you have almost like a different personality, which feels like you can get happy, but it feels like it's just a certain amount of happiness, if that makes sense. So if you're struggling with this and understanding this, and you feel like you're struggling with your grief, please reach out to a therapist so they can help you maneuver through your grief. Praying for everybody who has lost anybody.